Jai Ma Kamakhya, Jai Bhairab, Jai Mataram. This video is with respect to a lot of mails that come asking about Pitru Paksha and what can be done during Pitru Paksha. Before that, I will mention once again something that I'd already spoken about in I think a previous video regarding Pitru Paksha. So Pitru related problems are a very significant karmic debt that individual has to pay. Why? Because you are born into a certain family with certain kind of qualities, which with whom you have certain karmic links. Therefore, whatever karmas that flow in the family or by the ancestors that have been committed or performed, or if there is any kind of trouble to those departed ancestors, then a part of that impact is going to cause some disturbance in your life. This is taken for granted. This is a guaranteed thing. There is no escape from this. It's there in well established in Shastras, as well established in practice and seen. So, in order that there is no hindrances with respect to Pitrus, that is why we have the 13-day rituals post death and various other things that are there. However, it is important to understand that there are two, three aspects to it. First is for somebody who does not have any kind of specific Pitru dosha, even he or she can get general Pindadan or Tarpanam done for the ancestors. However, the rule is that the eldest male member of the family should be doing it. And if you cannot find the eldest male member to do it, then you employ a priest and you tell them to get this thing done, get this puja done, or get this tarpanam, pindadanam, etc. for ancestors to be done. So they will be the one who do the ritual on your behalf. There is a reason for this, because if the eldest male member is alive and he is not participating in the ritual properly, then anybody else who does it may incur some other type of karmas as well. So it is not as simple as worshipping deities. Devata upasana anybody can do. But when it comes to Pitrus are basically like souls who are very similar to us, who have already lived their lives, but due to various karmic reasons, various desires, etc., they remain stuck in the Pitruloka and they're not able to move forward. They cannot fulfill their desires because they cannot take rebirth for some reason or the other. And because they cannot fulfill their desires, they get agitated. And in their agitation, their anger and frustration, they very often cause disturbances or project their own negative states onto the living members of that same family with whom they have a contact through their DNA. So, therefore, what happens is when they get frustrated, they get angry, that effect of that immediately comes to the family and the living members of the family. This is how the Pitru karmas actually work. So that is why it's very, very important for most Vedic path and all, most of the average dharmic path to ensure that the Pitru related rituals are correctly done. So this is for somebody, the first option is for somebody who doesn't have any Pitru dosha, any kind of problem. There is no recent death in the family also. So that individual, if he or she wants, may uh, get an employ a priest and do pindadan, etc., for past departed ancestors or tarpanam, etc., or the eldest male member of the family can do. There is a third option that can be done. It's for these people specifically who do not have any other complicated pitru problems. Light a specific diya of til oil every day during the Pitru Paksha in the name of your Pitrus. And there is a Pitru Stotram, which I will again provide a link um, in the bottom, which can be recited once a day during this period of Pitru Paksha with remembering your Pitrus. That's all. Whichever names you can remember or those you cannot remember, even then, do a silent prayer for their well-being. Pray to your deity, whomever you worship. Say you're worshipping Tara or worshipping Bhairava. You pray to them that they get gati, that they can move forward in their journey, so that they remain happy. And in remembrance of them, light one diya of oil and read the Pitru Stotram that is available. Okay. I will mention the link to the Stotram and you can read that every day. So, this is one simple way of performing or remembering your ancestors or the Pitrus, because without the blessings of the Pitrus, there are many things that will not work and get stopped in life. Now, suppose somebody has more complicated Pitru dosha in the chart, there is a clear dosha, then this simple ritual may not be enough. Then the ideal state, it depends on what type of dosha is there. One may have to do things like Narayan Bali and other Pitru rituals, which if it's to be done, then it should be done in uh, places where such rituals are correctly performed, on the banks of great rivers or on kshetras like Kashi or Ujjain. Even I think Gokarna is there. But so specifically places where Pitru related rituals are done for a long time, you have to go there and perform those rituals in order to alleviate, remove those problems. And after doing those rituals, you have to wait for 3 to 4 months to see that if there is any improvement in the general material condition of the family, or at least few members of the family, and then decide that if the particular problem has been solved. Because this is not like science that you just because you get it done in one of these places automatically a result will come. No, it depends on the intensity of the problem of pitrus. In some cases the pitru problem may be so intense that doing it once is not enough. You might have to do it more than once, the same ritual, but there has to be a gap of at least 6 months before the ritual can be performed again, and sometimes in different places. So in one krama that I had heard, so the first Pitru ritual has to be done, Pitru Pindadan Ityadi has to be done in Gaya, and then wait and see if including Narayan Bali and other rituals when needed, uh, and wait and see if there are positive results that come. If not, then one has to go to Badrinath to do the same ritual again after a period of 6 months to a year. So, like this, there is a stage by stage gradation of more complicated the Pitru problem, the more places one may have to visit and get these rituals done. This is the standard Vedic way of doing it. There are tantric rituals also for Pitrus, but for that you can't do it yourself. You may need an expert to perform those rituals. But the bottom line of what I'm trying to say is that when there are complicated Pitru related problems in the horoscope, they have to be solved, and they need to be solved by doing the right kind of Pitru related karmas at the correct kshetras. For people who do not have any major Pitru problems, or no one has died in the within last 1 year period, because if somebody, a close relative, has died within 1 year, then there are restrictions to be followed for that year before you can do any more Pitru related pujas. For those, leaving these to aside, for other people, they may do the practice of lighting a diya every day in the name of the Pitrus. Before that, you worship Bhairava or Tara, whomsoever you worship, or Ma Kamakhya, and tell them that may the Pitrus get gati and may they progress forward in their journey. At the same time, you read the Pitru Stotram every day once, remembering the Pitrus in front of the diya that you will light. So continue this till the Amavasya, Mahalaya Amavasya. Amavasya day, of course, one may take a bath in the Ganges if it's possible, or any large river. And if you take a bath, then ensure that you discard the clothes in which you take a bath. You may do it in an old clothes. And after taking a bath, you can again donate some for Annadanam. You can either do Annadanam or at least donate somewhere where Annadanam is happening, because that is one of the very best ways to remove karmas related to Pitrus. Because whenever Pitru related rituals are done, some Annadanam is very good to do. Okay, preferably if you can do Annadanam of poor people or anybody for that matter. It brings about certain blessings, because these people, whoever consumes the food, by that act, the punya that is generated is transferred to the account of the Pitrus who are stuck, and that helps them to move forward in their journey. So with that, I'll end the video. I hope it's helpful. Jai Ma Kamakhya, Jai Bhairab Baba, Jai Matara.